Shocking to say, but rumor has it that Dharr Man has been treating his employees like crap. Some actors are saying that they have been underpaid and that Dharr Man has been firing employees for medical emergencies as well as personal life issues. Now, I want to say this. While I am giving you the rumors, there is always two sides to every story. Dharr Man claims that he pays his employees very well for the job that they do. He pays them anywhere from $18 an hour for extra roles and up to $44 an hour for lead roles. Now, I can understand that employees may feel entitled to a high pay, but let's be logical here. Did you know that actors in California, their average pay rate is only $13.46 an hour for lead roles? Not only that, did you know that for the extra roles, it's only $10 an hour? So, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like they shouldn't be complaining. Not only are they acting for a YouTube channel, they are not even movie actors. Seems to me we may have some selfish employees on our hands. Now, don't come for me, do not come for me, because I am not on either side. I'm just saying. Rumor has it that Dharr Man makes over $3 million a month and is worth $150 million. And his employees are protesting and demanding more pay because things are getting expensive. Mind-blowing to say the least. The fact that the actors feel entitled to Dharr Man's hard-earned money, yes, he makes a lot, but not all of his money is from the Dharr Man Studios on YouTube. He owns multiple businesses and a lot of real estate. Rumor has it that Dharr Man is refusing to do face-to-face meetings with his employees. He said that it is not necessary for him to be at those type of meetings. Actors are complaining that they are demanding higher pay and they need to speak to Dharr Man about it, because they feel as though if it was not for them that his channel wouldn't be where it is today with 17.8 million subscribers. No, I don't think that you guys would be where y'all are at today without Dharr Man Studios. I think that y'all have it backwards, but that's just my opinion. My 2 cents, the actors are good. Actually, they're really good. I feel as though they get paid a really good rate. Is it Dharr Man's fault that he doesn't need you for 40 hours a week like a regular payroll? I mean, come on now, you knew what you was getting paid when you signed the contract, and you knew how many hours you was going to be working. Why are y'all all coming for him now? He has literally changed so many of our lives, including the employees. Rumors are coming out everywhere, and fans have a lot to say about it. So before I show you some clips, if you'll go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And you can tell me in the comments what you think. Whose side are you on?
Wow, what the heck is going on? Hey, Colin A. Borden here. I don't normally like to do serious things anywhere, but especially here on social media because I think it's a rather frivolous sort of thing. And as an actor, a writer, director, I just think of myself as an entertainer, and I like to do entertaining things, even if that's me pretending to think that I'm going to die because I ate unwashed peppers. But now I am going to talk about something a little serious because, you know, if you've been following my page or other people's pages from the show that I'm on, you probably know that some stuff is going down. So I want to give a little bit of an explanation about it. Essentially, as an actor at Dharr Man Studios, I am just a contract player. I have no employment there. I am just sort of called every now and then, as are all the other actors. And it just is not sustainable. And there are a lot of issues at hand here, but one of the main issues is that not a single actor that works at Dharr Man Studios can afford rent. This is a show that has millions of views across multiple social media platforms. Videos are shot, edited, posted, repackaged as new videos, reposted in other places over and over and over and over and over again, racking in millions of views, ad revenue, all this sort of stuff. The studio has continued to expand for some time, my entire tenure there. When I first started, we shot everything, as I've told you guys on lives and things like that. We shot everything in an apartment building downtown, in an apartment, not even the building. Occasionally we would go to the garage of that building, but it was really just all in one apartment. And now there are 3 sound stages in Burbank. But things haven't really gotten better for us. And again, I don't want to go into specifics because it's a kind of a big thing and it's really just between us. But I think that people should be aware of why we are protesting, why we are out there right now. We've been talking to a lot of actors. It's the same. Everybody feels the same across the board. The trouble is, there's a culture at the studio of if you talk, you're out. So we decided to come together as a group and talk collectively with our boss, Dharr Man. We sent a letter to him, a hard copy and an email. The email was CC'd to the head of production as well, so that we made sure that Dharr got it, but it was addressed to Dharr. It was delivered to Dharr. That letter was forwarded to the HR department, which we are not employees of Dharr Man Studios. We are contract players. So exactly what we have to do with HR, we're not entirely sure, but it was forwarded over there. We were contacted, said we could have a meeting to discuss our issues. That meeting was pushed several times, changed on us. When we finally got to the meeting, we had reiterated that we wanted it to be with Dharr. Dharr was not there. And we said, well, we are not going to have the meeting until Dharr is here. You guys can be here, the head of production, the head of HR. That's great. We'd love for you to be there too, so everybody's on the same page. But our meeting is with our boss, the person who signs our contracts, Dharr Man. Thank you very much. Please get back to us with a time for the next meeting by next Tuesday. Just a time for the meeting, not necessarily the next meeting, but by Tuesday. We said this in person. We reiterated it a few minutes later via an email. We checked back in following a couple days, reiterating again, we would like to speak specifically with Dharr. This is what the meeting is about. This is our boss. This is who we want to talk to. End of the week comes and goes. We learned Saturday there will not be a meeting. Meanwhile, a lot of other stuff has happened at the studio. Some not great stuff. Whether it's connected or not, hey, we don't know because no one's talking to us. So that's why we're here right now, because all we wanted to do was sit down and have a conversation with our boss. That didn't happen. We were told explicitly that there will not be any meetings and that any issues that we have can be written down and forwarded to HR. And that's just not acceptable. So that's where we are right now. The work that I personally have done at Dharr Man, I'm incredibly proud of. I've built an incredible community over there of coworkers and fans. There's no denying that Dharr Man is in my obituary, whether I go tomorrow or in 50 years or whatever. It's done. I've loved my time at Dharr Man, and so much of that has to do with people like you who are watching this little video right now. So thank you to you. Thank you for being a supporting fan. Thank you for just watching. Thank you for just being a part of the community that we've built. The goal is to keep going to work, to have a conversation with Dharr and to keep working at Dharr Man Studios with the people that I love, doing the work that I love. We'll see. Thank you. Sincerely. Thank you very much for all the time and support. Happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Did you get what you wanted then? It sounds... I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or...
We're being a little sarcastic. What we wanted was a meeting between Dharr Man and the actors.
Yeah.
We were ousted. Other actors received the meeting in lieu of us.
Which is better than nothing, so we are happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Have any of the actors who attended the meeting contacted any of you individually?
No. I think that would be quite bold.
So if you were to sit down with Dharr, what would you ask for? Are there certain things you really, you want higher pay, you want...
There are certain elements of the way that the studio is run at this point that we would like to meet a professional standard. We understand that it's not necessarily SAG minimums. We understand that it's not an IATSE show. But there are just basic elements to running a motion picture company that are not being met. So yes, pay is included in that. Hours are included in that. Simple fringe things like craft service and
medic on set.
A medic on set.
Medic on the studio
We deal with
site.
a lot of children on our set, you know, and we just want to make sure that everybody is comfortable and safe.
Buyouts would be nice, if not residuals. Yeah.
These are all the things that we had all written out and were ready to sit down and discuss with him. We had all these things written out and we knew exactly what we wanted and what we were going to say.
The assumption was that we would get a meeting with our boss. That's not a big ask.
Yeah.
We thought that perhaps negotiations may go south and we may at some point end up on the street, as we did. But the fact that we didn't even get that initial meeting is what's really surprising to us. Shocking, in fact, to borrow a phrase.
But you guys are done with Dharr, or Dharr is done with you, I guess. Is that
Yes.
fair to say?
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine working with him again would be any sort of enjoyable experience, even if we got all of our demands.
Here are the actors that we know Dharr Man has fired so far. First up, we got Mikey. Then we got a fan favorite, Jay. Which, by the way, Jay, if you're watching, you would be perfect on Disney Channel. Then we have Michelle, who is everyone's favorite mom on all of the Dharr Man videos she's in. Then we have Jessica, who a lot of times plays the evil babysitter. Who do y'all think is going to be next?
The Dharr Man controversy explained. So Dharr Man is a huge YouTuber and content creator with over 17.8 million subscribers on YouTube and over 29 million followers on Facebook. And essentially what he does is make these motivational skits on YouTube that he reposts for Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, every major platform. And these skits contain a ton of different actors and all have some sort of message along the lines of don't judge a book by its cover, be nice to people. And despite making many motivational videos along the lines of boss mistreats employees, recently the actors in these videos went on strike because they claim that they are not being paid an adequate living wage. One of the bigger actors in the videos, Colin, explains that despite appearing in multiple videos of Dharr Man's, they're not employees but individual contractors. Colin says that they work long 12 to 15 hour days, but aren't being adequately compensated for that. He also says that what Dharr Man is paying them is not even enough to pay rent. One of the actresses claims that she actively lost money every time she was on the Dharr Man set because she wasn't paid enough and paid for her own wardrobe and costume as well as hotel because she was not from the area. Another complaint of the actors is that he allegedly silently fires people from projects without telling them why or very little notice. And they claim that despite asking Dharr Man multiple times to have a meeting to discuss these conditions, he never shows up. So as a result, the actors went on strike to get Dharr Man's attention. If you look at some of the actors' sign, this one says, "Fraud man bullies actors, he's not changing lives, he's ruining them. Why don't we get 1099s? Man up, talk to us. What happens in the dark always comes to light, live what you preach." There also was another sign of a woman who claims that Dharr Man fired her after she became disabled. And I'll discuss some of the other allegations against Dharr Man and Dharr Man's statement in my next video.
Some of these people are saying it is. If it was really that bad and the general consensus was this is a horrible, wretched place to work, then the actors wouldn't still be showing up.
He's never done that. To me, and in my eyes of what I've seen, he's been a good guy. To me, and I'm not saying, oh, you're like this Uncle Tom, don't. No. I'm just saying from my point of view, from my vantage point, that's how I've been seen and that's how I've been treated. You know what I mean? Do I feel there should be like an increase in pay? Yes, 100%. 100%. Is there a viable way of doing that? Yes, 100%. 100%. Do I feel it will get resolved? 100%. 100%. Do I think do I feel that Dharr Man should get canceled? No, I don't think he should get canceled. I don't think he should. I personally don't think he should get canceled. Is this an eye opener? I think it is. Will I continue to act? Yes. Am I fired? No, because I didn't get an email. Will I continue to work for Dharr Man? Probably. You know, if it makes sense, yeah. If I'm available, yeah. So do I like my job? I love what I do as an actor. I love that I can.
So you see, not everyone feels the same way as these certain employees feel, and that there is always two sides to every story.